Unit 5, Lesson 2, Memory. When you say that someone has a good memory, what exactly do you mean? Are you saying that the person has fast recall? Or that she or he absorbs information quickly? Or maybe you just mean that the person remembers a lot about her or his childhood. The truth is that it is difficult to say exactly what memory is. Even scientists who have been studying memory for decades say that they are still trying to figure out exactly what it is. We do know that a particular memory is not just one thing stored somewhere in the brain. Instead, a memory is made up of bits and pieces of information stored all over the brain. Perhaps, then, the best way to describe memory is to say that it is a process of recording, storing, and retrieving information. It is this process that allows us to retain memories of past events, as well as to remember an unlimited number of facts. In order for a piece of information to be remembered, it must first be recorded in the brain. And to record something in the brain, you have to really notice it or register it, using one or more of your 5 senses: sight, hearing, touch, taste, and smell. Practice and repetition can then help to strengthen the pieces that make up your memory of that information. Memory can be negatively affected by a number of things. Poor nutrition and depression can affect a person's ability to retain information. Excessive alcohol use can also impair memory and cause permanent damage to the brain over the long term. A vision or hearing impairment may affect a person's ability to notice certain things, thus making it harder to record information in the brain. When people talk about memory, they often refer to short-term memory and long-term memory. If you want to call a store or an office that you don't call often, you look in the telephone book for the number. You dial the number, and then you forget it. You use your short-term memory to remember the number. Your short-term memory lasts about 30 seconds or half a minute. However, you don't need to look in the telephone book for your best friend's number, because you already know it. This number is in your long-term memory, which stores information about things you have learned and experienced through the years. Why do you forget things sometimes? The major reason for forgetting something is that you did not learn it well enough in the beginning. For example, if you meet some new people and right away forget their names, it's because you did not register the names when you heard them. You can help yourself to remember better. Here are some ideas. 1. Move information from your short-term memory to your long-term memory. You can do this by practicing the new information. Say it out loud to yourself. Think about it. 2. After you learn something, study it again and again. Learn it more than you need to. This process is called overlearning. For example, when you learn new words, practice using them in sentences. Don't try to memorize words only from a list. 3. Make sure that you understand new information. It is difficult to remember something that you don't comprehend. Ask questions when you're trying to learn new information to be certain that you understand it accurately. 4. Get rid of any distractions in the room where you're studying. Do not listen to music or watch television while you're studying. You'll remember better if you concentrate on just one thing at a time. 5. Try to connect new information with something that you already know. For example, when you learn the name of a new kind of food, think of a similar kind of food that you are already familiar with. 6. Divide new information into several sections, about 5 or 6. Learn one section at a time, stopping for a few minutes between sections. Don't sit down and try to learn a very large amount of new information all at once. 7. Use visualization techniques when you're learning new information. For example, if you come across a new word, make a picture in your mind of the word and the thing it represents. This mental picture will help you remember that word the next time you see or hear it. 8. Think of word clues to help you remember information. One helpful kind of word clue is an acronym. An acronym is an expression formed from the first letters of a group of words. For example, many American school children learn the names of the Great Lakes in North America by remembering the word homes. HOMES is an acronym that comes from the names of the Great Lakes: Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, Superior. 9. Relax when you study. Try to enjoy yourself. You're learning new things every minute. You'll remember better if you're happy and relaxed.